Hi, sweet kiddos. So this week we're going to be reading some really fun kind of thinking stories, some STEM stories, right? About what it would be like if you could build the school. Okay, and I have some really other fun books here, like If I Built a Car, If I Built a House, that we're going to be reading this week. So some of you maybe have read these, but we have not read these as a class before. So they're a really fun series that we're going to start today. Okay, so our book is called If I Built a School by Chris Van Dusen. And look at this, right? Some of you know what these are called. Peek over the top here. But these would be kind of like blueprints. So if you're an architect, which I know we have some architects in some of our families, okay, some contractors and builders and architects, you have to be really good at knowing lots about measurement and angles to make sure buildings don't fall down and that they're structurally sound and built on a good foundation. So, okay, if I built a school, here we go. Jack, on the playground, said to Miss Jane, "This school is okay, but it's pitifully plain. The builder who built this, I think, should be banned. It's nothing at all like the school I have planned." And I like his thinking, right? That he's not satisfied with things just how they are. He always has creative ideas, which I think is super important, right? Oh my goodness. If I built the school, the first thing you'd meet are lots of cute puppies. They'd flock to your feet. But why stop at puppies? Why not a whole zoo? So I'd add a bunch of big animals too. Oh, we have some animal lovers in our class. I bet you they would build a school just like that, which would kind of be like a zoo school, right? Right off in the lobby, to get to your class, I'd set up a system of tubes made of glass, like a water park. You'd hop in a pod, press the number, then zoom. In under 10 seconds, you're right in your room. Look at that. And look at that really cool pod, right? Up there, that's what he's referring to, that you'd zoom right up to the place that you needed to be. Oh, I bet you this has some kids thinking, doesn't it? All of the classrooms are built onto towers that sprout from the schoolyard like colorful flowers and like giant petals that welcome the day. The roofs open up in a similar way. Panels fold back and they let in the sun, which frankly makes being there so much more fun. Oh, I love the sun. I love his design idea, right? Those look like giant petals. And when it's nice out, they just open up. Kind of like a lot of football stadiums do, right? Or baseball stadiums. Okay. Now, come see your classroom. Isn't it grand? That free-floating platform is where you would stand. And using a stylus, you write in the air. A stylus is kind of like shaped like a pen. No blackboard, no whiteboard, no nothing is there. Your words just appear and they magically glow. Don't ask how this works, because I don't really know. But he's got the ideas, right? So that's one of the biggest things. So cool. But you're not the only one floating around. Check out the desks. They don't touch the ground. These are my hover desks. See how they glide? They even have bumpers in case you collide. Oh my gosh, that's like bumper cars and hovercrafts all mixed into one. That is a cool idea. You know who those guys are. In my kind of classes, we wouldn't have tests. I'd liven things up with some hologram guests. Here are some examples of what I've been thinking. You might meet a T-Rex or even Abraham Lincoln. And a hologram would be something that wasn't necessarily really there, right? Like you could stick your arm out and your arm would go through it, but it's kind of like a 3D picture with someone who would be there moving. Whoa, that looks like Jack and the Beanstalk. How cool. One of my reading groups was just reading that book. How fun. So I hope you have some connections. The library's next, so let's have a look. You won't find your everyday regular book. These books come alive when removed from the racks. They pop up like pop-ups, but pop to the max. And if you're not sure what a book is about, you'll find out quite quickly when something pops out. Oh my gosh, that's not a regular pop-up that I've ever seen. When you open a book, the whole thing pops out. So in Jack and the Beanstalk, the entire beanstalk popped out. And look over here. If you can see this guy, right? So he's got like a spaceship coming out. It looks like kind of a hovercraft that has blasted off in there. Oh, that is so cool. Talk about really understanding what you read, right? That would be good comprehension. Look at that. It's off to the gym, and this place is so cool. Around it, please note my perimeter pool. The pool's deep oval that everyone likes. You race underwater on submarine bikes. Up there is a trampoline basketball court. It's partly a bounce house and partly a sport. There's also a rock wall, and here's something new. I've added some skydiving wind tunnels too. Oh, that is so cool. I just heard the lunch bell, so let's go and eat. I'd like you to meet my new robo-chef, Pete. He's 20 feet tall and he spins on a gear. You order your lunch in the microphone here, and Pete can make anything simple or weird, from peanut butter and jelly to squid lightly seared. And seared would mean kind of lightly cooked, right? Like seared in a pan on the stove. Oh my gosh, can you imagine if that's what your kitchen or your cafeteria looked like? Whoa. Specially ordered. Oh. Now it's time for recess. Let's head out the door. My playground is awesome. So much to explore. Fly on the zip line way up in the sky, or slide down the twisty slide 3 stories high. And after all that, if you're hot in your beat, then you can go tubing. Now that would be sweet. Oh, I love tubing. Look at that. That is so fun. That actually reminds me of a really cool place called Rainbow Falls that we used to have not too far away from here. But that looks like a really cool amusement park for a playground. In art class, we use sprayers to splash out the paint. In music, we're loud, but our teacher's a saint. That means she's very sweet. And over in science, just one of the features is lab-grown, genetically modified creatures. Oh my gosh, they're making creatures in science. Look at that one over there. It's like a rhino head and maybe duck feet. This one looks like a swan head with like a bass tail down there. Wow, that is cool. We'll visit new places, travel, explore, because we're going on field trips galore. My specialty buses will tote us around. They dive underwater, they blast off the ground, and yes, they have wheels like our regular cars, which neatly retract when we rocket to Mars. Retract, which means come back in, right? So that they're not sticking out, just like airplanes would do. Wow, I have never taken a field trip like that before. says Jack's school. My school will amaze you. My school will astound. By far the most fabulous school to be found. Perfectly planned, impeccably clean. On a scale, 1 to 10, it's more like a 15. And learning is fun in a place that's fun too. If I built a school, that's just what I'd do. And the teacher, you can see, is kind of looking like, that's interesting. maybe she's getting some ideas. Right. And that's just an apple for his teacher. Well, kiddos, I love the creativity in this book. I hope you did too. Your challenge for today, if you have a little fun, extra free time today, I would like you to try to design one part of a school. So maybe you want to design the gym, or maybe you want to design the lunchroom or the playground, right? Or a cool field trip. And you can do it out of anything. If you want to do it out of Legos, if you want to just sketch it on a piece of paper, if you want to use your Seesaw app and draw it with cool colors right on your iPad and post it, I would love to see what some part of a school you would build would look like. Okay, until next time.